everyone, Amanda here from Scrimpingmommy.co.uk, and today I've got a lovely gift box for you. So we're going to need 2 pieces of cardstock. I have Coastal Cabana, and this has been cut to 10 inches by 8 inches, and then you score that at 2 inches on all 4 sides. Okay, really straightforward. Okay, and there. And then you need a sheet of Whisper White, and this is thick Whisper White. This is a full UK A4 sheet, excuse me, in the length. We're just cutting on the short side, we're going to cut it to 6 1/4. Now, if you're in the USA and you have different size cardstock to me, this would mean you cutting into a 12 by 12 sheet, right? 11 3/4. If you don't want to do that, although, you know, it's not too bad, you can use the backing pieces on your DSP. Okay, that's a frugal way if you don't want to be cutting into 12 by 12s. Although, you know, you're only going to lose a little bit because this measures 11 3/4. Okay, 11 3/4 by 6 1/4. I'll leave all the measurements on my blog. Right, so on this one we need to score out. Let me just, I did get some general measurements for this one. 4 1/8, 6 1/4, and 10 1/2. It's quite a nice size box when it's done. Okay, so that's that done. So that's all we need to do there for now. So first of all, I'm going to make the box. So really easily, just fold and burnish those score lines. And we're making quite a simple box. And I like to use the coloured cardstock because it's quite sturdy. Okay, so then what we're going to do is we're going to cut up each of the squares. So we're cutting up. Okay, and then we are just going to notch out that score line. I'm just going to grab slightly larger scissors, and I'm just going to notch the far side as well so it doesn't protrude. So I'm doing the same on all 4 sides. Cut out that score line. Give it a tiny notch. I don't know what the light's going to be doing. The sun is in and out like a yo-yo today, which makes it very difficult to adjust the white balance on my video. So if it goes light and dark like a yo-yo, I do apologise. I can't help it. Basically, I can't help it. No, I can do about it. Now those scissors are a little bit chunky, and I've got this little, there we go, got rid of it, and just gently notch there. The blades on these scissors are too wide really for precision cutting, but the length of them are perfect. I'm praying for Stampin' Up to bring some lovely large scissors out in the next catalogue. We can dream, can't we? Right, so then all you do is you fold those flaps in like so. We're going to attach adhesive. Now I am using snail for the speed of the video. Shall I or shall I? No, I'm going to do it right, and I'm going to use glue. There's no point me showing you to use snail on a box. It's just not going to cut it. It's not strong enough. Don't use it. Use glue. You'll just have to wait and talk amongst yourselves while it dries. Okay, so we're lining that up. Okay, it doesn't take that long to dry. You know, just go and watch an episode of Lord of the Rings, or I don't know, what's that one on the boat? Titanic. Go and watch an episode of Titanic or Lord of the Rings whilst the glue dries. I'm only kidding, it doesn't take that long really. Oh dear. I think the trick is to less is more with the wet glue as well. You don't necessarily need loads on. So whilst we're doing this, I'll have a little bit of a chit chat. I do apologise that I didn't have, I've got a bit of a flaw there in my cardstock because something stuck to it, but I'm still using it. I do apologise for the lack of video yesterday. I am preparing for a little bit of time off of work for one of my family holidays, so I was just really busy yesterday, and sometimes I film in advance, sometimes you get it as I make it. It just depends. And yesterday was a get it as you make it day, and I just did not have time. I had one of my lovely team members round helping me pre-do some of my Stampin' Selections kits. And they don't normally go out till the very end of the month, but I'm having to do them early. So with our white cardstock, which we scored, we're going to fold and burnish those as well. Now I have used thick Whisper White card here because I want it to be sturdy. But I'm just being quite careful and mindful when I'm scoring it, because I don't know if it's me, I think maybe I'm a little bit heavy-handed with the scoring blade, but if you overwork it, it will crack. So there, that's fine, that's alright, it hasn't cracked. I think it's me that's heavy-handed. Right, so now I'm going to line each of these panels with some beautiful DSP, and this is from the Time for Tea Time Sweet, I can't remember its name. I will leave all of the links over on my blog to everything that I've used if you'd like to purchase it. It's the most beautiful paper. It's lighter weight than the rest of the DSP, so it's absolutely perfect for layering on boxes if you don't want loads and loads of bulk. Sometimes it's just not necessary, is it? And I have cut these in order. So I cut a sheet of the DSP to 6 1/8, the full length of the 12 by 12 to 6 1/8, and then I've cut it in strips. So this first strip here measured, what did it measure? 1 inch, I think, and then the next one is 4, and then the next one is 2 1/8, I think. Let me check. 2, and then that one will be 4 again. Okay, and I've cut them so that they do run. Well, they did run. I think I've got those mixed up, but not to worry. So that they run in line, and then your pattern's nice. So we'll glue these on. Again, be sparing with the glue, and then you won't get ridges because this is thin paper. You could use snail if you're good at getting it straight. I'm not always still 100% at getting things straight, so I'm going to just use my wet glue there. Okay, I'll leave all the measurements on my blog of the sizes that I've cut them to. Okay, but basically you've just got to, I think it's 1/8 of an inch increment all the way around. Okay, try and speed it up a little bit. And this is a great size box when it's done. It measures, what does it measure? It measures 3 7, well, the box is 4 by 6, but obviously with the little width of each side there, it'll be slightly smaller inside. But it's a great size for gifts. You could put some cards in there if you made them just, you know, if you did the note cards rather than a full-size C6 card, etc. Fill it with pretty tissue paper, put candles in it, put clothes in it. Beautiful, beautiful set. If you're doing baby showers, you could fill that with tissue and put little booties in, or a little baby girl, little socks all rolled up. Loads of ideas. I could come up with ideas all day long for what can go in boxes. Another idea is you could make yourself a little mini album and put it inside there. Loads of ideas. Right, so what I'm going to do now, before I attach my box to my lid, I'm just going to do some fancy die cutting there. And I've taken this fancy edge die from the seasonal layers, is it called? I'll leave the link over on my blog. It's a beautiful, beautiful set with some lovely pretty dies. So I'm just going to go off camera ever so slightly. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to line that up on that edge. Okay, and it will just about fit. I just might need to snip just the very edges with my scissors. So I'm lining it up as close to the edge as I can get there. Okay, and then I'm just going to add some washi tape. And what I'm going to do with this washi tape is I'm just going to stick it to my fingers and then peel it off to reduce the sticky just an ever so slightly so that it doesn't tear my paper. Right, so let's line that up where we want it, and I want it right up against the edge. Right up against the edge. I'm doing it very much by eye. Okay, and add that washi tape there, and add some washi tape there. And then I'm going to go and run it through my Big Shot, which I have just got to the side. I've got another little crafty table to the side of my, so that I don't rock all the camera. So I'm putting it on my Big Shot now, and I'm just going to put the plate on the top, and it just about fits. I think my paper might just be ever so slightly wide because it does measure 6 1/4. We'll see how we go. I might just get away with it. Hopefully. Yeah, I've got away with it. I've got away with it. Because that is just slightly wider there than the normal width you would put through a Big Shot. Has it cut all the way? Yes, it has. Because this measures 6 1/4 on my Big Shot, it normally only lets you put things that are 6 inches. But we've sneaked it on. And all I've done is I've just run that through. And I've not run any of the rest of it through. So don't run it all the way through. If you've got a bigger size Big Shot, even better. So what I just need to do there is I just need to just snip a tiny bit there and a tiny bit there. Like I say, just because my box is 6 1/4 and the die is 6. Alright, but that's given me a lovely pretty edge there. So now I'm going to attach my box to the base. So I'm going to add some glue. Okay. And then just turn that. You can just see where the Big Shot's just slightly creased my cardstock there, but it's fine, it hasn't ruined it. Just be mindful when you put yours through, don't run it all the way through. Okay. Or, you know, that's only if you're using this die. You could use a decorative border punch. Lots of different things you could do. So I'm lining that up there so that I've got a small increment at either side. And that's important so that when the lid shuts, the box isn't gapy. I'm just running my fingers down and making sure it's all nice and flush, which it is. And then just gently run my burn folder in there like so. Lush. And then that will fold up like so and like so. Now what you can do is you can glue the back there onto the box as well if you want. I think it's quite nice if you leave it open like that. But it's up to you. Okay, so there is the front of the box with that lovely decorative edge. Okay, and I have cut it so that you've got a slight gap there. The reason being just to give that a little bit of extra room. Okay, because too many times I've created boxes and it's just off a right little bit, so I'd rather it be just a little bit tiny too big there than not big enough. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to close my box here at the front with some of this, is it called white flax ribbon or something? I can't always remember the names of everything. I'm just going to tie it in a double knot, and that is a lovely sturdy box. It's going nowhere. You could Another thing you could do is you could die cut some silver foil card and attach it to the lid inside so that it looks like a little mirror, like a trinket box mirror. Lots of things you could do. So I'm just going to cut that. Don't want to stay still. Cut it at an angle there and at an angle there. Okay. Don't want to lie very flat, that, for some reason. Okay, not to worry. And then just to decorate the top, I have cut out one of these frames, which is from the Stitched Labels framelets. I think that's what it's called. And then my stamp set comes, my stamp that I'm using comes from the beautiful All Adorned, which I think I've actually put away. Have I? I've put it away. My mind's not on my job today, is it? Where's that stamp set? Here we go. Beg your pardon, sorry about that. It's from the All That You Are stamp set, which is absolutely stunning. And we're just using this thank you for all that you are and all that you do. And I'm using Coastal Cabana because I absolutely love it. It's my favourite. So I've mounted my block, my stamp on my block. I've already practiced stamped on a piece of scrap to make sure it's fairly straight. Okay, and I'm just going to add that to my stamp and to my die cut and hope that it stamps nicely. There we go, beautiful. Alright, so then I can attach that to my box with some dimensionals either side of my lovely, lovely ribbon. So I'm going to put one dimensional there and one there. No idea if I'm in shot, I'll check in a minute. Okay, I'll just move those. I am in shot. I am. Yes. Remove the back ends of those. Okay. And then I'm going to attach that so that the ribbon's in the middle there, and it will run down the middle of those dimensionals like so. Okay, and there's your box. Now you can leave it there if you want, but this is me, I can't leave anything, so I can't. Less is not more for me, more is more. More and more and more. So I'm using the Blossom Builder Punch, and I'm just going to make myself just a couple of little flowers. I think we'll have three. We'll have three. So here's my 3 flowers. Let me just grab my this do for here. Okay, and then I'm going to just prod with, have you seen this? My perky tool, one of my dogs got hold of that. It's lucky it wasn't the other end and they've chewed it. Monsters, I'm going to have to get a new one. Can't have anything. Right, oh dear. Between my husband stealing my scissors for cutting inappropriate objects and the dogs in here nicking my stuff. Honestly. Right, so I'm going to attach these with glue dots and then we'll find something prettier to go in the middle. Let's have a look. Let's have them, we'll have one there. And this is my favourite part when I'm creating, is the decorating. You know, making the little boxes, I love them, but my favourite part is to add the little touches, the little flowers and the little bits and bobs, and just make it look really pretty. I just think it's awesome. And Stampin' Up! Do have some really super pretty items. I mean, that die, look at the edge of that, it's stunning. Look at that pretty label, it's gorgeous. Let's have a look what we're going to have in the middle of those flowers. See if I have any pearls. I like the pearls because they're timeless, aren't they, pearls, and they're classy. Let's have a look if I've got any left. Do I have any? I do! Yay! There we go. There's my pearls. I really need to replenish some of my stock. It's getting a little bit low. I quite like these larger ones. Let's see what they look like. If they're too big, we'll take them out. Now that looks nice, doesn't it? So very carefully just add those in there and give it a press. Might have been easier to do that before I stuck the actual things on the box, but you know me, I like to do things the hard way and make life difficult for myself. Otherwise it would be boring, wouldn't it? Right, I'm going to stick that one on there, like so. And we are done, and I think that has turned out really, really lovely. I hope that you will give that a try. A very simple idea, but how beautiful is that? But because I've just cut it slightly over at each edge, then the sides of the box don't gape out. So there's a tip for you when you're creating this type of box. Really, really pretty. I'm really pleased with that. I hope you'll give it a try. Don't forget, everything will be over on my blog at scrimpingmommy.co.uk. Hopefully we'll see you again tomorrow. Thanks for watching and bye for now.